F3 International Series. Max Chilton takes his first ever Pucker Formula 3 pole, and it's a reverse of the race 1 grid because Matteo Cinosi is in second position alongside him. Artie Mustonen, hoping for better fortunes, he'll line up third with Michael Devaney's Megal in fourth spot. Sebastian Hohenthal and the other Megal of Esteban Guerreri on row 3, and the national pole sitter Andy Merrick 7th on the grid with Jaime Alguersuari alongside him. Marcus Ericsson and Oliver Turvey completing the top 10 after a topsy-turvy, wet weather-strewn qualifying session. Ready for the start of round 6 of the championship. The fans all undercover, but for the drivers, with rain spotting around them, nervous times. Rev Rise ready for the start. Good launch by Chilton. He gets away superbly. Alongside him, Matteo Cinosi just squeezing in front of Artie Mustonen. And it's about 5 wide behind. We're with Jaime Alguersuari and Kelvin. It's looking quite a lot wetter than I expected.
Yeah, you can see the moisture running down Alguersuari's tub there, and it's a usual traffic jam at the tight first chicane. So far, no contact, but going round there's one of the Red Bull cars, Abe as well, waves his arms. It was Brendan Hartley was the Red Bull car, and one of the national class runners also. He's restarted the engine, so he's away. We're on board with Sergio Perez.
14th on the grid, sweeping round Curva Grande. Already the spray being thrown up. Max Chilton leads. And a battle for third. Mustonen being brave around the outside of Alguersuari. Cuts the chicane, but he went in front, so no penalty.
Here's the replay of the start. We're on board with Sam Abe. Remember, he had the spin, and they're very tippy-toes slow. He cuts across the curb on the inside. It's so tight, the chicane. He has to brake again. He can barely accelerate, and I think there he must have had some contact from that car of Merrick, the national class runner. Waves his arms to alert the others.
Federico Leo, he's out of action at the Roggia. That's Cinosi's teammate. Alguersuari chasing Mustonen. Whoa! Got that completely wrong, Kelvin.
It's very slippery. I think he locked the rear wheels there as he was going down the brakes.
Behind him has spun as well.
In the background, Grunmuller's spinning, and now Alguersuari wheel spins his way out, and someone else on the grass.
Oh my
Tandy,
goodness.
and they're all going off in the background there.
They are all going off. A bomb burst of water from somebody.
Stefan Wilson there, and in the barrier is
Philip Major. Yeah, major accident. That's Jensen, so Victor Jensen off as well, and it looks like they've all just arrived with the rain.
Safety car.
Yes, that's hardly a surprise, is it? Max Chilton's going to lead this one then, behind the safety car now. Is it going to rain any more heavily? Kelvin, it's not yet really wet tyre weather, is it?
No, it's not, but it's obviously a thought. Look, that looks like steady rain, and they're wondering, David Hale there, who runs the leader, Chilton, wondering whether to bring him in. This is a replay. I saw Henry Arundel, the black car, spinning straight across the grass. Christian Einar, he hasn't lost too much time there, and we know there's 2 or 3 others going off. Guerrero through the puddle there, and spinning Wilson, another national class runner. And there were 2 more in the barrier. One of those is that guy, Phil Major.
Green flag for leader Max Chilton, even though it continues to rain on the start line. Only a couple of cars from the back of the field have come in for tyres. Battle on for second place. Black car with the yellow helmet. That is Matteo Cinosi. And coming around him, the red and white car is Artie Mustonen. The 2 orange Megals, 4th and 5th at the moment. Hohenthal skating around the outside. And we're back with Perez.
And he closed in very quickly on. And look what a bottleneck the chicane is. Perez comes out inside of 2 cars. Let's see if he can make 2 positions here. Andy Merrick's one of them. He's got the position back, but they're now around the Curva Grande, and Perez ought to be able to breeze past this national class car quite easily.
Coming down to the Roggia, Max Chilton leads from Cinosi, wheel to wheel. Devaney in the orange Megal, Mustonen on the outside. And Mustonen is mighty under braking there, Kelvin. He does not give up.
No, we saw that in race 1 also, but Devaney also drove carefully there to give him the room. He was kind of halfway along and thought better of it. Big understeer from Jaime Alguersuari through the first of the Lesmo corners. Remember, it's still raining, so these slick tyres not yet working, and another big understeer. You can see the front sliding. Got good drive off there, though.
Well, he's right behind the 2 orange Megals. He's got Sebastian Hohenthal, Oliver Turvey, Ericsson behind him, and Perez is coming by John Martin. It's raining heavier. Trevor Carlin looking a little bit worried. Are we going to see some tyre gambles, even though it's green flag racing? Well, Kelvin, they can't do a 7 or 8 tyre second pit stop like a Formula 1 car, so it's a major loss of track time if they do.
Yeah, it'd have to be proper heavy rain, as 3, 4 abreast. Alguersuari and the Italian get swamped. Chinosi in the black car in the middle, who was leading those four onto the straight, has lost all 3 positions. Or has he? Yeah, Mustinen's got him also. So he lost 3 places in 1 manoeuvre. That's just what a tow you get on this front straight.
So Devaney in the orange Magal moved up to second, but he's being passed again, mind you. We're with Ericsson now, and it's just as busy behind that group. That's Oliver Turvey. That's John Martin going inside him through Curva Grande. It's really very busy, the high-tech team watching proceedings on the timing screens. Down towards the Ascari chicane, Chilton running away, Mustinen second. 3rd place is Alguersuari, and we're in 5th place now with Sergio Perez. He is closing right up on the lead group, and there's the T-Sport pit wall.
Fantastic progress from Perez. He started this race 14th on the grid. He's now around the Parabolica, the final corner, and he's well placed for a tow here. He's got Esteban Guerreri in front of him, and he's halfway along already. Chinosi in the black car there, but see Guerreri gets a tow off Chinosi and comes back at Perez, who gets a tow back off Guerreri. It's brilliant racing, 3 abreast.
Fantastic stuff, 3 wide for 3rd. Man on the inside should take it, but does he? Yes, he does. Braves it out inside Alguersuari, who has to cut back inside him. We're with Jaime Alguersuari as Perez is up into 3rd position. Max Chilton still leads. Fantastic stuff. It's really breathless. Rushing again around Curva Grande. Alguersuari drifts a little wide. Inside him comes Esteban Guerreri. And they got Nick Tandy right behind them. Tandy having a great race.
Brilliant, give or take racing. Tandy dives inside. Backed out of it.
Sorry, Kelvin.
We can't keep up with it.
You just can't. Well, here is Perez. Arti Mustinen in front of us. This is for 2nd. Down towards the Parabolica. Left or right? Goes right.
Big tow. Such a speed difference there. So that's him through into 2nd place. Amazing.
Look what he's done, boss. Look what he's done. Tail end of the top 15 with Sam Abbey. We're chasing the national class leader, Andy Merrick. On the left is John Martin, just out of shot, coming down into the Roggia. And further back, little battle here under braking. Brendan Hartley and Walter Grubmuller goes round. Hartley's car is damaged as well. They managed to clear the track, though. Hartley's out, right front suspension collapse. I don't think Grubmuller was going any further either. Kelvin, bit of a 50-50 incident there.
Yeah, I think so. I think Hartley was well alongside. Grubmuller didn't give him the room, but they both could have avoided it. So we're back on board with the 2nd place Perez, who's now on the leader, Max Chilton, and he's not going to be able to defend that. Look at the speed difference. Even though he guards the inside, he's going to breeze past him on the straight. Chilton tucks back in. In the background, Mustinen gets a drag on Guerreri. Guerreri's got the inside covered. Chilton comes back at Perez, but doesn't get him on the brakes, and Guerreri keeps the 3rd place.
Fantastic stuff all the way back. Changes for 1st and 3rd, and in front of Alguersuari, Nick Tandy gets into the 1st chicane really hot. Can Alguersuari come around the outside in Curva Grande? Tandy using the middle of the road. He just survived there, Kelvin.
Yeah, he kept it covered. He did come out slow, but now Alguersuari's got him inside at Curva Grande, although the next curve is left hand. So if Tandy can keep the speed there on the outside, he's got the best place for the next corner, and he keeps it, yeah.
I imagine there's going to be lots more place changes in that queue. Changes in the national class as well. Andy Merrick's retired. There's our new leader, Jay Bridger. And here's the battle for 2nd place. This is race 1 winner Howell Lloyd with Christian Einar behind him. The man who went straight across the gravel. Doesn't seem to have done any damage to his car. And that's a great looking battle. Oliver Turvey inside Sebastian Hohenthal. Well, not as bad as the sports car accident here a few weeks ago, but Hohenthal hanging upside down, Kelvin.
Well, it's a fairly late move by Turvey, but he was almost completely alongside. I think that could have been avoided. And there's the result. Hohenthal seems to be okay, but yeah, he's out.
But unfortunately, the car is stuck in the road, and that means the red flag to end the race. Sergio Perez wins once more. That's double at Monza. Twice the national class winner last year, twice the international winner this year. What a fantastic weekend for Jay Bridger as well, claiming his 1st national class victory. The rest of them trailing in the wake of the Mexican, who is now the cream of the crop. A great Italian job from him. He blew their doors off.
Sergio, many congratulations. 2 out of 2. Now, you said yesterday it was the best day. What's today like?
Well, I don't know, hard to believe that I'm not dreaming. It was a fantastic race. I really pushed hard to get the win today. after yesterday, my confidence was so high that I really want to win today, and it all went perfect.
So Sergio Perez still leads Artie Mustonen in the championship, but 4-point gap is now 32. Oliver Turvey